All I want, Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back, QualityShot Tennis. Today we've got a match that's happening down in Estoril between Gael Monfils and also Martin Fucsovics. I think it should be a fun match to watch. It's 3-0 in favor of Monfils. They played a really good match, actually, in Stockholm. That was when Monfils picked up a title. Really fantastic match. Fucsovics won the first set 6-2. Monfils came back and won, but it was very close. 7-5 in the third. And Fucsovics even saved a couple of match points at 5-4 in the third set. It was a very close match. That was when Monfils picked up a title, but the head-to-head is 3-0 for Monfils. That's the only time that they've played since 2020. And it should be interesting. We're back on clay courts. I'm excited for it. What's up, everybody joining in? Both guys are currently warming up their serves. Going to get started soon. My prediction for the match is I've got Gael winning in straight sets. I would love to see Gael continue off a great form that he's had so far in the season. See if he can do that. And really since the second half last year, I think since like Canada last year, I felt like he's been playing at a very high level still, which has been very good to see. Forehand of Monfils, the forehand of Fucsovics, the forehand of Monfils, big. The forehand of Fucsovics, that goes long. So 15 love for Monfils, who is serving first. It's the Frenchman serving first. I feel like this is going to be more of a chill stream. Fun to watch. Always fun to watch Gael in Estoril. Serve here from Monfils. Kick the forehand of Fucsovics back in Monfils. The forehand of Fucsovics. Inside in, and that goes long. So 30 love for Monfils starting off here. By the way, the winner of this match will play Casper Ruud, which could be a very good match in the quarterfinals. So something to look out for, I think, because that would be really good. Goes long from Monfils. I feel like Fucsovics always looks great. Fucsovics always looks like he should be like a top, like a top 30, 35 guy, just because he's pretty complete. Everything looks solid, but I think sometimes the mental game isn't there, the consistency. Also, he probably doesn't have a weapon that a top 10 guy has. Maybe a weapon that even Monfils has, because Monfils has loads of weapons. So it's really those kind of two things bringing him back. But he always looks good. He always plays great on the court. And he always looks good, His shots are always, like, super solid, forehand and backhand. So 1-0 for Monfils. He holds as Fucsovics hits the net again. One 0 for Monfils. Serve from Fucsovics. Down the tee to the backhand of Monfils. Goes up high, forehand. It's a big shot, flatten inside out from Fucsovics. So 15 love. That is what Fucsovics is going to have to do. He's going to have to find a way to hurt Monfils and, step in, do some stuff. take some chances. It's always fun watching Monfils on clay, by the way. That was part of why I really wanted to watch this one. Forehand of Monfils, the backhand volley of Fucsovics. That's too good. That's too good. Perfectly sliced. Falls low and short and from the net. By the way, guys, thank you. Genuinely, thank you everybody who joined in for the Dimitrov Sinner stream. That was really fun. It was by far my biggest so far, 33,500. I thought it was my biggest because we had a big crowd for most of that stream, like the entirety of that stream. So less than 2 hours. The final was short, but yeah, crazy. So thanks for everybody who joined into that. We're going to be having more stuff with Monte Carlo and Madrid and Rome coming around, which would be good. And then the French Open, then Wimbledon as well, and the Olympics. And then U.S. Open, and then it all happens all over again. ATP Finals, Paris, Shanghai. Tennis is year-round. Forehand of Fucsovics. The backhand Monfils, that goes long. But yeah, that was great. It really was like nuts for me to see that amount of people. Yeah, guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Anthony. What's up, Lexi? Hello, my friend. It's been a while. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see. I got a reply to your message yet. I was a bit busy so far today, but yeah, good to see you. It's been a while for sure. Appreciate having you in here. You know I like watching Monfils. 40 love for Fucsovics, trying to hold early. But yeah, how are you doing? How are you doing? Serve from Fucsovics. Kick serve, the backhand of Monfils, backhand of Fucsovics. The forehand of Monfils. That's a good get, but it goes long. That's a good hold to love from Fucsovics. Like I'm saying, he's got a decent serve. He's got good forehands and backhands. Why isn't he higher in the rankings? Tennis is 90% mental. And that is not his strength. So, could say it's his weakness, to be honest. 1-1. Congrats, Sinner and Anthony, for the stream. Saw the views. Wow. Yeah, it's super exciting. So yeah, it was cool. And yeah, Sinner getting the win, second Masters. So very good. It felt different from Canada for sure. I mean, Canada was great, but this was like this. I hate to say it, but this almost felt like the first, like, I don't know. He beat Medvedev in the semis, beat a really informed Dimitrov who just beat Alcaraz and Zverev. I felt like this was, now Sinner has really cemented himself as a top Masters winner, Slam winner, best player in the world, #1. Now it feels real. And it's a great feeling. It's just great. So good to see for Yannick. It'll be interesting heading into the clay season now because, well, okay, first of all, Yannick can play on clay, right? He slides like crazy on a hard court. Wait for clay courts, right? Like, he's not bad on clay, but he's not bad on clay. But it is his worst surface, probably. So it'll be interesting now that the most informed player is heading to their worst surface. That makes it interesting. Also, Alcaraz is crazy on clay, and he'll be back. And Djokovic as well, obviously. All-time great on clay courts, in my opinion. All-time great everywhere. All right, 15-all here in Monfils. We're all tied up early. I've got Monfils in straights. Gael in straight sets. Let's see. Serve, the forehand of Fucsovics. That goes wide. By the way, thank you everybody who checked out the Tennis 360 podcast this week as well. That I do with Eliza every week. So thank you all for checking that out. We'll have more of that. That's super fun. First serve goes long from Monfils. Second serve here. Backhand Fucsovics. Forehand of Monfils. Forehand squash off Fucsovics is great. Slice. The backhand of Fucsovics. Great slice. Very low. Backhand slice of Fucsovics again. Very good. Backhand slice again into the forehand of Monfils. Kind of crazy slices. Backhand. Cross court. Backhand Fucsovics. Backhand. Backhand of Monfils. The forehand of Fucsovics. Backhand of Monfils. The forehand of Fucsovics. That goes long. So 40-15 for Gael. Who did he beat again? Told you I'm so way out of my elements. I've been missing a lot of streams. No, you're good. I haven't even gone to watch my beloved Manchester City. No, I think everybody gets that when he gets super busy. Don't have time for like sports or sometimes even like, I don't know, some of your biggest interests when you're doing work and other stuff and other things are getting in the way. Hopefully you get time for it again. But who did he beat? He beat Medvedev in the semis. He beat Dimitrov in the final. Let's see. He beat Greek Spore early on. He beat Christopher O'Connell. Those were like his first round and second round. I'm just going off the top of my head. Quarterfinal, I'm blanking on who else he beat. Mahac. He beat Mahac as well. And also Vavasori in the first round. So, his draw with Mahac and, you could say Dimitrov not in the top 10, whatever, in the final. But listen, this was a tough Masters to win, and he did well. So, I don't want any more, hasn't Yannick showed his stuff enough? People are still going to be like, it's not the real deal and whatever. Which is the opposite of, it's so funny because it's the opposite of and this is just the reactions I'm seeing, but it's the opposite of the Alcaraz reactions, which is like he's going to win every Grand Slam for the rest of the time. Like whenever he's winning, and then as soon as he's losing, like a lot of people jump off. For Sinner, it's like he starts winning and people are like, okay, but let him win another Grand Slam and then we'll see. It's funny how people react to these things. It's super weird. It's really weird. I was watching your latest with Eliza. Thanks, Lexi, and then sat. And when I opened my eyes again, the video's already ended. Crazy, right? Sorry for that. It's my phone. Yeah, well, I appreciate you checking it out. Yeah, that one came out earlier the week. We were talking about Miami. Yeah, that one's fun. I like doing it with Eliza, those podcasts, because, I don't know. There's something about talking with somebody every week about it who I know is also a big tennis fan. It's good. And also we both, I think, are passionate about, we actually, I think, care a little bit about making the sport get to a better place, which is good. All right. Love 15, Monfils. Serve here from Fucsovics. Serve the backhand of Monfils, backhand Fucsovics drop shot. That is a winner. So 15 all. Manor is calling you, probably, Lexi. 15 all Fucsovics. First serve goes long, so second serve. Forehand of Fucsovics, the forehand of Monfils. Forehand slice of Fucsovics, the forehand of Monfils. Forehand of Fucsovics down the line, backhand Monfils. Forehand of Fucsovics, forehand of Monfils. Forehand down the line, backhand of Monfils. The backhand slice of Fucsovics again. It's kind of a drop shot. Backhand Monfils runs forward. Forehand lob. Oh, Gael's gonna. Oh, that's a great lob from Fucsovics. You know what I was thinking before the match started? He needs to win at the kind of crafty game, the kind of slice and dice game. He's doing that so far. He's doing a lot of that. Actually, I was just watching some of the highlights from their match in Stockholm, and I felt like Monfils was doing better in these kind of points, from what I could tell. And I don't know. I feel like for example, on it was in the match they played in Stockholm, which again was a big match for Monfils because he won the title there. Very nearly lost it. So forehand rally. Now that's a huge forehand from Monfils. Steps in again. Forehand cross court. The forehand of Fucsovics. Forehand of Monfils again down the line to the back. And Fucsovics hits the tape. Forehand of Monfils down the line. Forehand squash shot. The forehand of Monfils, waits for it to drop low. Another forehand cross court, and that goes wide. So 30 all. Yeah, so last match that they played was 3-3, and a break point for Fucsovics. Break point for Fucsovics. Fucsovics was almost up a break in the third set. And Monfils hit a very kind of gutsy drop shot, right? And he won the point with kind of a very kind of slice and dice kind of play. And I felt like he was outclassing Fucsovics in a lot of ways like that. Fucsovics doesn't really have like the weapons or the shots like that to finish off players like even Monfils does, I think. That forehand goes wide and also a little bit inconsistent. He is on that shot. That goes out, and it's 30-40. Early break point for Monfils. Serve from Fucsovics into the net. Second serve. Monfils trying to start off his clay court season right. Serve. Kicked in the backhand of Monfils. That's a good shot. Forehand inside out. I just catch the sideline. Has a bit of a weird bounce. And that's a winner from Fucsovics, who likes it too. I think that's Fucsovics' girlfriend watching on. Maybe wife. I don't know. Or it might be neither. I was not helpful in this situation. That goes into the net. Second serve here from Fucsovics. Second serve. Fucsovics out wide to the forehand of Monfils. Back into Fucsovics. The backhand of Monfils. Backhand of Fucsovics. That goes out from Monfils. So advantage to Fucsovics. Hey, what's up, Joe? Good to have you. Good to have you. What's up? How are you doing? Advantage to Fucsovics. We're watching the Estoril. Serve, kicked, back into Monfils, back into Fucsovics. Again, cross court to the back into Monfils, back into Fucsovics. Back into backhand, back into Fucsovics. Cross court to the back into Monfils, back into Fucsovics sliced. The backhand of Monfils again, going back into backhand. Now it's a backhand down the line. Forehand to Monfils, forehand cross court again. Now we're going forehand to forehand, backhand to Fucsovics. Now, down the middle. No one really finding a way to take control of this point. Backhand slice, the backhand to Monfils, back into Fucsovics. That goes long, so we're back at deuce because nobody could take control of that rally. We're back at deuce. I like, you know what I like about tennis? The kind of, it's very few really understand the sport, right? It's so endless. There's a tournament every season, well, there is, but there's a tournament every week. There's a tournament every month, all the time. There's a match happening every point kind of starts the same way. They look similar. Like, no one really understands it, but what it is that like it's a big thing on like momentum and rhythm, and that makes it kind of exciting. Also, you have variety of crowds and tournaments and, players and matchups, which is really cool too. But in different play styles, everybody plays the game a little bit differently. But what I like about tennis, aside from, other obvious things to name, such as that it's just like a beautiful sport to watch. It's very physically taxing and challenging and rewarding, all that. What I like about it is that, it's such a mental game full of like, sometimes if you're like not mentally in it, like a point can be a little bit more awkward, or you can miss a shot or this and that. And there, in your career, there are waves that you go through throughout a season, throughout your career, throughout a match. It's a really up and down sport, and the endlessness of it, in some ways, if you understand it, sometimes it can feel a bit daunting, but if you get it, then it can be really interesting because you're like, oh, these are the ups and downs that players go through, like in a match, in a tournament, in a week, in a year. I feel like I said that well, and I sometimes I find that hard to articulate, but yeah, I think that's a big thing for tennis. It's a smash from Monfils, so it's advantage to Monfils. You know what really caught my attention? I was flipping through the channels, then saw the match between the women's basketball between Iowa and LSU. My lord, Caitlin Clark is a beast. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched enough basketball, but it's been, I mean, whenever I've watched it, it's been a lot of fun to watch, for sure. Joe, my favorite mod. There you go. Next to Max. Nice. Estoril sounds like a drug for pain relief. Wow. I can see that. Backhand down the line. Forehand. Chip. The forehand to Monfils. Backhand. Cross court. The forehand to Monfils. Down the line. Oh, it's a big forehand from Monfils. He breaks through in that one. He gets the break. So 3-1 for Monfils, who breaks through, and he breaks. Take that, Lexi. Still surprised by the endurance of these players. The travel is something that I don't think I'd be able to manage. Yeah, it's a big sacrifice, but that's why we watch, right? And that's why they get the big crowds. Because listen, if they didn't get the big crowds, they're like, man, why are we even putting in the effort? You know? Well, I mean, money is pretty good, but yeah, well, money's pretty good. Almost Lamont, he gets the break, 3-1. But the crowds, you know, the crowds help, and I don't know. I think it would feel fun, but you need to have a traveling kind of mindset about it. And you have to sacrifice a lot of time away from family a lot of the time. And it's hard. Tennis is hard. It's hard to put in that effort all the time. It's one of the most mentally challenging sports that there is. That I don't think is that controversial if you play tennis. I think it is. Serve the forehand of Fucsovics, forehand of Monfils. The backhand of Fucsovics, down the line, forehand of Monfils. Forehand of Fucsovics, forehand of Monfils. The backhand of Fucsovics, forehand of Monfils. That goes long, 3-15. I'm going Spain next weekend. Hey, nice, Joe. That sounds fun. Let me know how it is. Yeah, I've never been to Spain. I'm not going out of the country, but I am going on a small trip to Kentucky this weekend with some friends and my brother to see the solar eclipse, because that's one of the spots to see solar eclipse. That's about a 6-7 hour drive from where I'm at, so that'll be fun. I'm excited for that. We're probably going to go hiking as well. It should be fun. Backhand cross court, the backhand slice of Fucsovics, that's in the net. That's going to be right at the start of Monte Carlo. I'm excited for Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo is one of the better Masters tournaments, for sure. It kind of sucks for Djokovic, because Djokovic never plays well in Monte Carlo either. He needs to find some form again. Hope Rafa can play. He loves Monte Carlo. Djokovic will like to, find his form. Probably better chances in like Rome and Roland Garros, even though he lost in Rome last year to Runa. That's a big forehand down the line from Monfils. Man, is he playing well right now. Monfils is playing well. He loves clay courts too. I wish he would have gone to a Roland Garros final at some point in his career. I don't even need him to win one, but the fact that like Monfils and Dimitrov never reached Grand Slam finals just irks me. It's like they're too good and they're too fun to watch, you know. They're easy to root for. They're easy to, they bring in fans and crowds, and they're so good. And Monfils at Roland Garros, I think he's been to a couple of semifinals. I mean, at least one. I think maybe two. Like 2008, he lost to Roger. I think he made another one too. So the fact that he never made the final there is disappointing. I mean, he's been playing great. Indian Wells, he lost to Casper in a very high-level match. In Miami, he lost to Alcaraz. I mean, those are two top 10 players. He lost to Umber in Dubai. These aren't bad losses. Lost to Menzik in Doha. He had a long tournament there, though. But, I mean, that's not as good of a loss, but it's fine. Sinner in Rotterdam took a set. He's been playing well. Start of the season, not so hot. Mirajan, Echeverry at Australia, Kaboli, and I don't even know where this is. Metz, maybe. But yeah, anyway, last few events, he's only had like losses to very top players. He's been playing really well. I'm excited to see what he looks like on clay. For the season as a whole. I think the match against Rude, where he's going to try to get revenge from Indian Wells, could be very good. I might try to stream that one. But since I am going to go on the trip to Kentucky, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to stream in the next few days. But after that, for Monte Carlo, we're going to go all in. I think I only missed like the first day of Monte Carlo, so it should be good anyway. Hey, what's up, Dutchy? Good to have you. Rafa's out of Monte Carlo. And I think, is that announced? I expected it. I'm not shocked. I'm just disappointed. That's just too bad. It's just too bad. I was watching Stan lose his match. Yeah. I mean, he looked great against Ramos Vignolas, but he's like 9-0 against Alberto now. I'll be honest. I think Wawrinka's like only the 7th or 8th player to be 39 years old and win an ATP match, at least since like 1990 or something. Every time he wins a match, I unfortunately have it in the back of my mind, like, is that the last one? Like, I hope he goes on a while, but yeah, I don't know. I hope he keeps playing a long time. Still playing great tennis. So it's probably unfair, I think, that, to be honest. So, but that is just always in the back of my mind. But no, I mean, I think probably Wawrinka's problem is just getting to the deep stages of tournaments. I think he can win a match or two if he brings his best level. I mean, he almost beat Jarry, I think, before Jarry beat Alcaraz in wherever that was, Buenos Aires. So he can still beat some players. But anyway, he's not getting any younger, unfortunately, but he still can play great tennis. So forehand on Monfils, the backhand of Fucsovics, that goes wide, 15-30. Hey, what's up, Max, as well? Hey, we got a lot of the regulars. I appreciate you guys always joining in to Quality Shot and to my streams. Disappointing matches of the top seeds losing in Estoril. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll look up like what the scores have been so far in the tournament. But yeah, there's been a few that have gone out. Yeah, like Musetti to Borges lost, Feast lost. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Casper made it through, but yeah, there have been a few seeds out. So I remember that Musetti lost. I can't remember who he lost to, but yeah, Borges, who's been playing well, beat Dimitrov in Australia on hard courts. Backhand of Monfils down the line. Forehand of Fucsovics. Forehand of Monfils. The forehand of Fucsovics. That's in the net. 15-40. 15-40. 2 break points for Monfils to break this set open. First serve in the net from Fucsovics. That's it. He can sometimes bring a great level, Fucsovics, but sometimes it can just fall apart like this a little bit. Backhand, the forehand of Fucsovics. Big, flat, into the forehand. Forehand. Inside out, that goes out. I mean, it's just falling apart at the seams. It's a big fist bump from Gael. He's at 5-1. Good stuff. Yes, it's 1,000% official, Anthony. Yeah, I'm just disappointed. Rafa, we need Rafa on clay. I think he'll be back. I think Rafa will be back, but it's just like, it's like the Wawrinka thing. In the back of my mind, I almost worry that like Brisbane was the last tournament we'll ever see Rafa. And that's just like, I hope it's not true. I still expect we'll see him again. I mean, he's got the, 6 Kings coming up in October. And obviously much more importantly than that, he's got Olympics and Roland Garros coming up in a few months. So I just hope he can play one last French Open, and the Olympics would be a great thing to see too. Back and cross court, the backhand of Fucsovics, backhand of Monfils. Forehand Fucsovics, backhand of Monfils. Cross court, backhand drop shot. Monfils runs, he's there with plenty of time. Backhand behind Monfils, that's a good volley though. Good from Fucsovics. He gets to love 15. I love watching clay court tennis. I've really appreciate much more over the last few years for sure. I guess I appreciate it because it feels like everything is hard courts now. But yeah, I mean, getting to watch natural surfaces, that's where tennis started. There didn't used to be a Grand Slam on hard courts. Now 2 of the 4 are. So the forehand of Fucsovics, backhand drop shot. That's a good shot from Monfils, so 15-all. But Casper won today. That was nice to see. Yeah, again, but Botic Van de Zandschulp, I don't know. That's just, I feel like it was a very advantageous matchup. But yeah, good for Casper, get it done. He won like 6-1, 6-2. Casper, people are going to make like Clay 250 jokes, and that's fine. I'll probably laugh at one or two, to be honest. But he's way more than that. And he's way more than that. And yeah, I'm excited to see him on Clay. I would love to see him win a Clay Masters. I expect him to at some point, to be honest. Don't know if that's going to be this year. By the way, fantastic shot from Fucsovics there. Very flat, goes cross court with the forehand, backhand, return, forehand volley. That's a put away. 30 all. 2 points away is Lamoth. 2 points away. Jabor lost to Collins, dang. Yeah, I don't know if that's even an upset, though. I mean, Ons has been losing to everybody, but yeah, I feel bad for her. Also, Collins is on another level right now. So, yeah, it always had like a 3-setter written all over it, but I actually think Collins was the favorite coming off of Miami. But yeah, I hope Jabor finds it again. I don't know if Clay is going to be where she finds it, although she did win Charleston last year. Awesome match against Benches. That was one of my favorite women's matches of last year. Just a personal favorite. Set point, serve down the tee. That goes out. 6-1 for the Frenchman, Gael Monfils. In the lead. Upset. He's in the lead. But yeah, Ons on grass courts. Obviously, that's going to be where she finds her best tennis. That's obviously where she's going to find her best tennis. The way she likes to slice and hit drop shots and, you know, come to net and do this and do that. That's going to be her bread and butter. That always is. I mean, she's reached the final there the last 2 years. Rafa's body is screaming at him to retire. He needs to listen more. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a huge, like, strong thing to say about it. That's kind of fair. I would love to see him play again. I also don't want to see him, like, torture himself. But in order to do that. But yeah, I'd love to see him play again, but it's just not working right now, is it? Hello. Hope Casper can shine in the Clay season. Absolutely. He's going to. I think I will stand by my opinion that Casper Ruud is a top 10 player on clay courts, and I think he might, at his best, is a top 5 player on clay courts. I really think so. The way he was playing at Roland Garros last year, nearly took the first set against Djokovic in the final, beat Zverev, bageled him in the third set, beat Rune in the quarterfinals. He can only play the players that are in front of him. But the way he was playing last year at Roland Garros, and in general, the way he plays on clay courts, I think when he's playing his best, I kind of think he's the top 5 guy on clay courts. Now, does he have the weapons generally to beat the top guys? No. Not at the moment, not consistently. He can beat him, maybe not Djokovic so much, but he can beat him maybe, but not consistently. That's true. But I think in general, he should be able to beat, if he's in the top 5, he should be able to beat everybody outside of that top 5, at least able to. Like, I think he can beat Tsitsipas on clay. I think Tsitsipas is fantastic on clay too, but Zverev, I think he can beat him. He beat him last year. Guys that are in front of him, you know, obviously Sinner, Alcaraz, Djokovic. You might put another name in there, Rune, but you might put him 5th. I don't know. At least top 10, and at his best, he might be able to even sneak into that 5th spot. I think he's elite on clay courts. Didn't tennis start indoors? Yeah, that's true. No, you got me, Joe. That's true. It's called real tennis, court tennis. When I was 13, about a decade ago, I got to go to a real tennis court. That sounds weird. I got to go to a real tennis court. It was crazy. There was one in my neighborhood. Forehand Monfils, the backhand. But what tennis used to be called was real tennis. I'll talk about that. That forehand goes wide. Okay, real tennis, court tennis. That was the original name. Joe, you're absolutely right. Tennis started as court tennis or real tennis. People playing indoors with like a different tennis ball, and they were like, it almost looked like paddle. And there's a hole behind the court that if you hit it into that hole, somehow you win the match or something. Like, it was crazy. You're hitting the ball off the walls or something like that. Like, I can't remember exactly what the rules are, but yeah, that's how tennis started. And then people started kind of playing a smaller version of that on like their lawns and on grass. This is what I think kind of was the history of it. Started playing on grass and on lawns in their backyards, and then they made full size, just full freaking grass courts. And then from there, we have tennis. Welcome to tennis. That's kind of the history. Just coming in to smash the like for Anthony. Hey, I appreciate it, Cedric. I appreciate you. What's up? What's up? Forehand cross court. It's a big forehand from Fucsovics. Let's see if he can do better here. What's up? I think in Oxford or Bath, UK. That's interesting. Yeah, I played in Florida. There's one in Florida. It was really interesting. It was like the most. It looked like a regular suburban home. It was like surrounded by a garden and like like bushes with flowers, and it was like super weird. And this just if you go through that inside, there's this big like court tennis thing. And I was like 13, and I wasn't doing a whole lot of stuff like that, but I was like, oh, like that. It was super cool, honestly, and I got to play a little bit. And yeah, I think I beat my brother, which I was happy about, but I didn't beat. I think we played like a small tournament. I beat my older brother, but I didn't beat my oldest brother. So I placed like third place. But yeah. I won the consolation in court tennis. But yeah, that was the original sport of tennis. Serve here from Fucsovics at 30 y'all. Backhand of Monfils. The backhand of Fucsovics jumping up, cross court. That's in the ground for Monfils. So 40-30 for Fucsovics. What's up, everybody joining in? We've got Fucsovics taking on Monfils and Estoril. Anthony Hirsch here on the commentary for Quality Shot Tennis. We're going to be having Monte Carlo streams, by the way, as well, and other streams for tournaments, other tournaments, and also maybe more of Estoril. Not sure yet, but we'll be doing more stuff. If it is Monfils versus Rude, I would like to commentate that. I'll see if it fits with my schedule well, but that would be a fun one to commentate. That's a double fault from Fucsovics. So we're at deuce. Fucsovics obviously just way too many errors at the moment. He started off the match decently. Long deuce game at 1-2, but since then it's just kind of the wheels have come off. It reminds me of squash. Okay, yeah. Yeah, squash, paddle, like it's definitely that kind of vibe. Yeah, I see about squash. It's probably more similar to that than paddle. Paddle is awesome though. I need to try out paddle. I only watch, I don't play. It's a big forehand from Fucsovics. That's better. But have y'all seen paddle is amazing. I follow that too, and it's so good. It's so fun. My injured knee was screaming at me when I was working, and I finally listened and quit working. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you, Dutchie. I think it's a fair thing to say, and we'll see how he continues from this place forward. So I don't know why the comparison with Carlos and Leighton Hewitt came to mind. I remember seeing that tweet in January right after Yannick won the Australian Open. Yeah, I agree. If people think that Carlos isn't going to win more than 2 slams, they are out of their minds. I mean, come on. Did y'all see Carlos jumping up behind the back a shot against Sinner in the U.S. Open? That guy isn't going to win more than 2 slams. The guy that beat Djokovic in the final of Wimbledon from whatever in his 4th grass court tournament. The guy is 80 whatever plus % win rate or whatever. I think it's like 78 plus or whatever, but it doesn't matter. That guy isn't going to win more than 2 slams. And I was saying this in like even before Indian Wells, even like after he got injured in Rio, like, I'm not even like saying like, oh, whatever. I knew he was going to come back and win Masters soon. I was just like, it should be obvious. Like both Sinner and Alcaraz. Sinner is going to go through another down period, and people are like, oh, well, he had a good run there, but then now it's over. And it's fine. I mean, people can that's fine. It's part of sport, but it's just like, it's crazy. It's like, those guys are for real, and they're both going to win multiple majors. The sport, not the food. Squash is so good, though. My grandma is like a chef. She makes amazing squash. Whenever I come over, I'm like, it's well. Also, she's so sweet, and it's great to I don't know. It's great to see her, but it's like I'm always ready for like a full buffet whenever I come over, and that's real. She makes the best squash on earth. It's way better than any other that I've ever had. Carlos's energy definitely reminds me of Hewitt. Yeah, it's just like he's gonna end up being a better player than Hewitt. I think is what I think Max is getting to. But yeah, their energy is definitely similar. Very kind of passionate. Hewitt kind of started that off. He was like the come on guy who kind of started that up. Now it's Vamos, and not just the Spanish guys. Everybody is saying Vamos, which I like. Vamos sounds cool, you know? Let's go with what sounds cool. Let's go sounds stupid. Vamos sounds cool. It's one word. It's sleek. Vamos. It's cool. Hey, Gene. What's up? What's up? I like the profile picture as well. I don't remember if you had that one before, but I like that one. Hello, hello. I've never seen Paddle. I'll have to check after the stream. Paddle is awesome. I mean, people keep comparing it to pickleball, and it's honestly a little bit annoying me because it is so different. Paddle is actually like remarkably impressive athletically, and it is the craziest sport. It is the craziest racket sport. Maybe after tennis, I don't know, but like it is nuts. People are running outside of the court to hit the ball. It's amazing. 15 love for Fucsovics. Both guys holding serve early here. Serve here from Marton Fucsovics. Serve. Down the tee. That goes wide. Second serve. Second serve. Kicked. The backhand of Monfils, forehand of Fucsovics. Inside in. That's a good forehand. That forehand is hitting better, by the way, from Fucsovics. I kind of feel it at the start of the set. It's a little bit better. Alcaraz will definitely win more than 5. I say 10 or more. I agree. I've been saying for a long time, my guess for a long time has been like 11 or 12. So I guess I'll stick with that because that was my initial guess. After Wimbledon, I started rethinking. I think I switched it to like 16 or 17. Just like talking with my brother because we were both making predictions. I think my brother said something like 35 or something. But I said like 17. That's another great forehand from Fucsovics, by the way. He's opening up the court and just hitting the forehand way better. He's hitting very flat, but it's working. I don't like this camera angle, by the way. It's way too high up. I don't know. Why are we doing this? This is better. Now they just changed to court level. I'm not saying have court level all the time or anything like that, but why are we in the sky watching this? Serve, kick serve, the back into Monfils, back into Fucsovics, the back into Monfils, cross court, back into Fucsovics, the back into Monfils, back to Fucsovics again. We'll go back into back, and that's in the net from Gael. So it's 2-1 for Fucsovics. Yeah, I wish that they showed the court level more, but at least don't be 40 feet in the air, you know? Oh, what a wonderful story of your grandma, Anthony. Yeah. I love visiting her. Yeah, I've got a grandmother that lives closer by, and then I have a grandmother that lives like 20 minutes away. That's my grandmother who lives like 20 minutes away. And then they're both very sweet. So I try to see them as much as I can while I can, for sure. So, but yeah, I'd probably say like 12 or 13 for Alcaraz. So sad about the Rafa news. When will we see him, you think? RG Olympics or before that? It's a great question, Gene. I can only guess if we're even, I just hope he comes back at all. If his body allows him, which is kind of what Dutchy was talking about. But yeah, I'll say Rome. I'll say he comes back in Rome. But that's just on a best guess. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping for. Madrid might be too soon. The UK we call squash diluted juice. You know, names are so important, especially for food. Like if a food doesn't have a good name, I'm probably not going to eat it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I probably would have never had squash if it was called diluted juice. That's not a good name. What is squash in the US? Is it mashed potato and sweet? Yeah, we're just calling it squash. Butternut squash hummus is a thing that's nice. Yeah, I've tried that before. It's pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of hummus, but I'll eat it. That forehand squash shot goes long, so 15 love. I've said this before, but my favorite kind of food is like Asian food. I love like Thai food. It's amazing. Thai food's incredible. Back in Fucsovics, the forehand to Monfils. Forehand to Fucsovics jumping up. You're not Monfils. You're not Monfils, Fucsovics. Tried to jump up and hit a forehand fly. You tried to trick us. You're not Monfils. That's the other guy. That goes well out. Stick to your game. That goes wide on the serve. Second serve. Out wide, forehand to Fucsovics. The forehand to Monfils. Down the line, backhand slice of Fucsovics. The backhand to Monfils. Backhand to Fucsovics. Go backhand to backhand. Backhand Fucsovics again. Slice. The backhand Monfils. Backhand to backhand. Backhand again Monfils. Inside out. Forehand to Fucsovics. Backhand Monfils. On top of that baseline. Slice of Fucsovics. The backhand of Monfils. Forehand to Fucsovics. Defense offense. Very good from Fucsovics here. Backhand down the line. Forehand. Cross court. Forehand to Monfils. What a rally. Backhand. Oh! That is high level. And that is why sometimes Fucsovics looks like he should be above his ranking. Yeah, that's definitely Fucsovics' girlfriend or wife or whatever. Watching on. Great point there. 30-15. Collins can't stop winning, it seems. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Monfils gives a thumbs up, by the way. Couldn't have played that rally better. Literally, that was a perfect rally from Fucsovics. So if he can do more of that, he's going to be trouble. Perfect rally. Perfect rally. Defense to offense was incredible. Monfils played a good rally too. Forehand cross court, forehand to Monfils. Backhand Monfils now. Going backhand to backhand. That goes long from Monfils off the backhand. So it is 30 all. Maybe half a chance here. Half a chance here for Fucsovics. It's always good when you win a long rally because not only is your opponent tired, but they're also like upset that they lost the rally. So it might win you a few more points after that. It's like what's the word? It's like the battle, or it's like what is the saying? It's like a battle inside the war, you know? Like if you win the small battles, you can win the war. I don't know if that made sense. Forehand of Monfils, the backhand of Fucsovics, backhand Monfils. The backhand of Fucsovics, backhand of Monfils again. Backhand slice of Fucsovics. That goes long. It's just the inconsistency from Fucsovics. Jabeur is outside the top 8 now after losing points from last year in Charleston. That just makes me sad. I'm not going to lie. Jabeur is one of my faves, so I don't like to see it. She's so fun to watch. She lost almost 500 points. It was crazy to me she won this title last year. It's like her only title that she won for. If not, I don't remember if she won multiple titles. I think maybe she won a couple, but for a long time, this was like the only title she won last year. So, yeah. Forehand to the backhand, and it might have been the only one. I can't remember. Forehand inside out, backhand Monfils down the line. It's a great shot. Fucsovics is there though. Great get. Forehand down the line. That's some good playing from Fucsovics in this game. I smell a little bit of trouble for Monfils. Let's see if he can get some big serves in. But that's the thing about clay courts. You really have to grind out and play, really test yourself to the limit. You're not just, a lot of the time, you're not just going to be able to get yourself out with big serves. You really have to really get into the nitty gritty and the really annoying part of tennis, which is the, buckering down and finding ways to win, even when there's so many factors and the other player is playing well and doing all these things. It's not just going to be a big serve and get out of trouble. That goes out from Monfils. We're at advantage for Fucsovics, trying to break through in the second set. Goal win 6-2, 6-2 against the net. Nice. Jesse Pegula getting the win. That was a great match against Nisimova in the first round, really. Third set breaker. Serve, Monfils. Oh, that's a double fault. Fucsovics breaks, Sui breaks. Monfils with a few errors there at the end. And, yeah, that's not good to see. Monfils sometimes can have that inconsistency element as well. And that was a big rally that Fucsovics won at 30 love. And I think he won 6 points in a row after that. So, or sorry, 5 points in a row after that. So, good stuff. Searched up squash and it's considered a fruit. Okay, yeah, I don't know the classifications of foods very well. Sweet is also called turnip in the U.S., or it's called rutabaga in the U.S. Nice. Fuchs was always trying to be a showman. Yeah, fair enough. I feel like you could say that about both these guys, but yeah. Forehand, the backhand of Monfils. Forehand, drop shot, Fucsovics. That's good. I feel like he's coming with a game plan here. Forehand, swinging volley. Okay. I like this. 15 love. Good stuff from Fucsovics. I feel like he's come in with, playing more different types of shots. And that's good. Because I do feel like what I saw in Stockholm, it felt like Monfils was outclassing him. Good stuff. Svitolina wins in straight sets against Sevilla. Okay, nice update. He won the battle but lost the war, you mean? Won the battle but lost the war. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm thinking of, but I guess I was trying to say something else. Like just winning, I don't know. He won the battle of that long rally, and that could help in the long term. Even though, he might win the match or might not, but at least helps him out. If that makes any sense. Drop shot. That's very good from Fucsovics. 40 love. Jabeur will come good by Wimbledon, I think. I think so too, and I hope so. It would be good to see her at least start picking it up. I mean, she can play well on clay courts too. I hope she can. It's definitely not her bread and butter, but I hope she can pick it up by Roland Garros, where I think she reached the quarters last year. I hope so. Jabeur won Charleston Ningba at the end of the year. Yes, that was it. Thank you for that, Gene. That's a great hold from Fucsovics. Fucsovics has won, I think now, 9 consecutive points. Starting from that great rally. I hope Jabeur can have a resurgence during the Wimbledon season. Yeah, absolutely, on grass. Standard Le Mans drama. Yeah, true. True that, Faison. Hello. Yeah, I mean, Fucsovics kind of, it's also like standard Fucsovics because he will play great at one moment and then just kind of lose it in the next moment. And the first set, he kind of lost it a little bit after getting broken to 3-1. Now he's found it again, and it's been a bit of both. Jabeur's knee isn't right. It was heavily strapped again. That's the tough thing to see, right? Yeah, that's what I don't like to see. Jabeur's such a good athlete. That's so crucial to her game. So, what is she in the live rankings now? Is she number 9? Yeah, Jabeur is going to be 30 in August. She still got time. I hope that she can find it by Wimbledon. She probably put too much pressure on herself in the last Wimbledon final. Whatever it was definitely, I think she's too good to not have a major title. She's literally just too good. So it'd be great to see her grab one, but let's see. Yeah, what is On's going to be then? Number 9. Yeah, and she's got Ostapenko right on her hooves as well. Just 200 points behind her. Kazakina, Mukova, Hadanmaya, Paulini, Alexandrova, Samsonova, Svitolina. It'll be interesting to see how the top 10 is at the end of the year. Back in volume on Feast, that goes out. So love 15. I thought Sophia Kenin would have a shot at cracking top 10 this year, but she's nowhere to be found. Emma Navarro is going to be top 10 soon. Emma Navarro plays really well. I mean, her play from the baseline is impeccable. She could still, get better at the net and different things, but for the most part, she's just playing fantastic. Forehand. Cross court, the forehand Monfils, big. Back cross court, the forehand Fucsovics down the line. 15 all. Don't count Monfils out of the set yet. He's a bit. Monfils, I never count I have a rule. Never count Monfils out of any set or of any match. It's the rule I go by. And just one of the only players I have that rule with, which is just like no matter what's going on. But that's a rule that I have with Gael. Yes, 9. Okay, got you. I think she might be finished, sadly, the rate she's going. I just hope not. I still think she'll have another, I think she'll have another good run. I'll say that. I think she'll have another good run. I think she'll be back. I hope for that too, but I think so. I hope she finds it again on grass. I expect her to have another good run. Let's see. It definitely is going south, but things can pick up at any moment in tennis. Got to be healthy too. That's the big thing. Serve goes long. Kick serve back into Fucsovics, back into Monfils, the back into Fucsovics, back into Monfils. That's in the top of the net, so we're gonna have 2 breadsticks going in either direction by the look of it. Team 40. Serve, forehand chip, and the forehand of Monfils. That goes wide, so 5-1 for Fucsovics, looking like we're going to go 3 sets. Just like we did in Stockholm. The first match they ever played was on clay courts in Madrid, I think in 2020. That one also went 3 sets, very close. So it's looking like this is a matchup that constantly goes 3 sets. Fucsovics has lost all of their matches so far. It's 3-0 for Monfils, including a very tight match in Stockholm, which again, Monfils won the title there, so that's a big match. So we'll see if Fucsovics can make it a different result this time. Not great for Monfils here right at the end of it. I think he's going to be focused on the 3rd set. Backhand return floats well long. 15 love. Backhand to Monfils. The backhand drop shot of Fucsovics. Very good drop shot. That drop shot is very good at the moment. 30 love. Serve from Fucsovics. Down the tee. Very good. 40 love. Wonder how Eagle will do during the grass season. I think she's going to have her best grass season yet. That's my kind of prediction. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she's ready to win Wimbledon, but I think she's going to have her best grass season yet. Is my prediction of it. I reckon maybe she even makes a semifinal. I think she reached quarters last year. I reckon she makes her first semifinal on grass. It's my big prediction. I guess big. I don't know. Forehand. The forehand of Fucsovics backhand. Monfils, that's big cross court. Saves 1. Saves 1, 40-15. Iga is definitely going to be spectacular during the clay season. Absolutely. Yeah, right now she's a level above everybody on clay. I was just thinking about like who in the rankings right now is even able to really step up to her. I mean, Sabalenka beat her in Madrid, which does play a little bit differently as well, but she played amazing. But who else can really step up to her on clay? Goff is quite good, but she struggles against Swiatek. I don't know, like Zheng, maybe, or Mukova, Svitolina, Navarro. I mean, there's some names, but it's like very few. Rabakina won Rome last year. I don't know. Forehand, that's good. We're going 3. Going 3 sets. My prediction was off. I said Monfils in 2, but it's looking like it's going to be 3. I'll say Monfils 6-4. I'll go Gael 6-4. Stats in that set, by the way. Not really very telling at all. Very similar serving stats. Let me see what the stats on here say. How's Andreeva on clay? Oh, very good. Mira is so good on all 3 surfaces. It's kind of crazy. Her first breakthrough is in Madrid, and she looked just amazing. So she's good everywhere. Yeah, she's very good on clay. She is somebody to watch on clay courts too. I don't know. Maybe arguably, I don't know. I don't know where she's going to be the best. That's one of the things that amazes me the most about her, though, is that she seems very surface versatile. All right, let me look at the stats here. First set 2. Does it have winners to errors? No. Monfils didn't get a single break point. Fucsovics broke twice on both of his break points. Big thing. Also, okay, so here's the stat. Fucsovics won 11 out of 12 first serve points. Monfils 6 out of 12. So even though Monfils got way more first serves in, Fucsovics was doing much better on the first serves Monfils was getting in. Monfils needs to do better on the first serve. That's for sure. Also, he needs to cut down the errors. It doesn't have winners to errors, but I assure you that I think that that's way more for Monfils. So, all right, we're going to get a third set. We haven't even played an hour yet, 59 minutes. We've gotten a few good rallies. The best rally of the match so far, in my opinion, was the rally that really started Fucsovics' kind of streak of incredible play. Won about 9 or 10, 11 points in a row. Starting from a great rally when it was, what was the score there? I think it was like 1-2 and 30 love for Monfils. And since that rally, it's really picked up for Fucsovics. Double baguette, yeah. You don't see the scoreline often. Let's go for a third one. Who's going to win the third breadstick? That's the way we're branding this third set. Who's going to win? Who's going to win the next set? 6-1. That's a good drop shot from Monfils. I like that. It's a bit of a statement from Gael. It's like, you're drop shotting me all over the place. Right back at you. 15 love from Monfils. By the way, guys, once again, don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis if you are new. And don't forget to like the stream if you are enjoying it. Forehand, cross court, forehand to Fucsovics, forehand to Monfils. Another drop shot. What's Monfils doing? Okay, well, now I will kind of also say I hope Monfils isn't physically spent here. If he's dealing with a physical issue, I don't know about it. That's the thing I hope not, because he started both these points off with drop shots, but that's also kind of a classic Monfils move. So let's wait a minute for any kind of worries, but forehand big to the back end of Fucsovics. Forehand to Monfils, back end slice of Fucsovics. Monfils comes to net. That goes out on the slice, though. Monfils 6-3. Okay, I got very similar. I said Monfils 6-4. Let's see. I think Jabor should take up yoga and Tai Chi. Both disciplines should help with core and mental strength. Okay. Yeah, I do hope Ons finds it again. Forehand down the line. The back end of Monfils. Back into Fucsovics sliced. The back end of Monfils. Forehand to Fucsovics. Oh, that is a screamer. That's got to be triple digits, even though we're playing on clay and it's slow. That, man, come on. That's got to be triple digits. Ran around that perfectly. Got his feet planted in place and just ripped it right in that corner. Can't hit a better forehand than that. Technically, like on the technical side, Fucsovics looks awesome. Forehand of Fucsovics. The forehand of Monfils down the line. Backhand slice of Fucsovics. The backhand of Monfils. Oh, Fucsovics runs to it, slides to it, but he can't get there. 40-30 for Lamont. 40-30 for Lamont. Really good volley there. It was a tough slice from Fucsovics. Great volley. Serve Monfils. That's in the net from Fucsovics. 1-0 for Monfils starting off this third. Hello, what's up, Maynor? Funny scoring. Classic WTA match. Yeah, fair enough. Funny scoring. Yeah, breadsticks in either direction. So you know what that means. Fucsovics is about to win the next 6 games. Fucsovics is about to win the next 6 games. Come on, it's written in the cards. Read the scores of the first 2 sets. That's what we're waiting for now. 6 straight games for Fucsovics. Well, let's see what happens. Serve from Martin. The backhand of Gael. Forehand of Fucsovics. To the backhand of Monfils. But forehand of Fucsovics. There's drop shots. So many drop shots now. Oh my god. So many drop shots. We're playing on clay courts or grass courts? Another drop shot. It's a backhand. Forehand on Monfils down the line is a good shot. 15 all. Serve from Fucsovics. Down the tee, the backhand of Monfils. That's in the net. So 30-15 for Fucsovics. I joined right when you started streaming. That's already the 3rd set. Dios mio. Lexi. No, you're good, Lexi. No, the match has been super quick. You're all good. You're all good, Lexi. Like the live. I appreciate you, Manor. Backhand, cross court, the backhand of Monfils. Cross court, backhand slice of Fucsovics. That goes out. 30 all from Monfils. Can he step up here? Monfils says, I am going to be the one who wins a breadstick. Really is a crazy score. But it's also, to be honest, this is almost the same score they had in Stockholm the last time they played. It was 6-2 for Fucsovics, then Monfils won the second set 6-2. So that it's actually not that, like, this just happened in last October. Very similar. Not 6-1, but. Forehand, big, the backhand, Monfils, forehand volley, that's too good. 40-30 for Fucsovics, similar to the Davis Cup score with Djokovic and Sinner last year. I still can't believe that match even happened. Sinner saving 3 match points against Djokovic. 40-30 Fucsovics at the net. 6-1, 1-6, 7-6. Could be that too. That's a classic too. That's an absolute classic, yeah. Feels right. Yep. Serve down the tee. Forehand to Monfils. The forehand to Fucsovics. Big. It's too big. 1-1. Both guys on the board. 1-1. What's up? Manor, we were talking about you earlier. This is true. Someone called Anthony while we were streaming. I see why you gossip about me. We talk about whatever. I think it was David that made me mod. I haven't used my power yet. Yeah, feel free to, Joe. Appreciate all the mods helping out. 1-1. All right, let's see what happens here. Whoever wins this match plays Casper. Casper, I think, would be rooting for Fucsovics. Because I would highly doubt that Fucsovics will, I mean, maybe like he could test Ruud, but I feel like Ruud, nobody really wants to play Monfils because you never know really what you're going to get. Oh, what a slice passing shot. You don't see that very often. Very good stuff. Love 15. Ruud is so, like, dialed in and consistent that I feel like Fucsovics is just so kind of inconsistent. And not that Monfils is the holy grail of always playing your best tennis at every point, but it's just like Fucsovics is so up and down that I think Ruud would rather play Fucsovics than Monfils. Also, Monfils has bigger weapons than Fucsovics, even though Fucsovics plays quite well. He's playing well so far. Back in, cross court, it's right on the sideline, back in lob, way up high. It's going to be a smash from the back of the court. Monfils, yeah, put away. Not playing around with that. 15 all. Feel free to ban me, Joe. Yeah, we talk about everything. Yeah, we'll talk about whatever. Next time, tell me to join the T. I'll notify you for the streams, and yeah, you can join in. I'll tell you when I'm streaming. Fucsovics' only weapon is being buff. That's fair. He's probably he's known for that, though, I think. That's hot, but I have a boyfriend, apparently. What do you mean, Maynor? I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean, apparently? Serve. Wide forehand of Fucsovics, the forehand of Monfils. Cross court, forehand of Fucsovics. Forehand of Monfils, forehand of Fucsovics. Forehand of Monfils, that goes out. So 15-30. This is danger time for Gael, honestly. Fucsovics has played the better tennis for the last set and some change. Or for the last set, I would say. Like, the last... It's not really the right way of saying it. For the last, I don't know, like 8, 9 games. Serve Monfils down the team, forehand of Fucsovics, forehand of Monfils. Down the line, the backhand of Fucsovics. Cross court, backhand of Monfils, down the line. Forehand of Fucsovics, big. Forehand of Monfils, forehand of Fucsovics. Drop shot. Monfils runs, gets under it. Backhand. Fucsovics, cross court. It's a good pass there. It's a good pass there, and he fist bumps. 15-40, 2 break points. 2 BPs for Martin Fucsovics. Monfils is so quick. But Fucsovics, yeah. He is a great athlete. He gets around the ball well. And he's been playing a great match so far. He's really played well. He dipped down towards the end of the second set, really for most of that set, towards the end of the first set, for most of that set. But since then, he's played really well. Backhand down the line, that goes out though. But this is what I was talking about. This is when he struggles. Big moments when the pressure is on. And when Monfils is really pushing to stay in. This is when he struggles. Maynor spilled the tea. I wonder what Maynor is about. Serve from Monfils. Serving. Kick serve at the back end of Fucsovics. Forehand. Goes out. 2-1 for Fucsovics. He's in the lead. He's in the lead, looking to knock out Monfils. Looking to knock out Monfils. He wants to take on Casper. It would be another seed out. Monfils, Arthur Fils, the young Frenchman, and also Musetti have all gone out. So Anthony's taking me. I have to talk to Katie Volter first. Absolutely. Volter is mine. According to Lexi, anyway. Gotta go. Thanks for the stream, Anthony. Okay, I appreciate you, Dutchie. Thank you for joining in. Anthony and Alex are not alike. So everybody has no idea what I'm talking about. People in the chat keep saying I look like Alex de Minaur. Do I look like Alex de Minaur? I do not look like Alex de Minaur. Come on. I don't look that much like de Minaur. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Like, I'll take it's a bit of a compliment, right? I mean, he's one of the best tennis players. He's the fastest guy on tour. That's fine. But I look nothing like him. When I started streaming and doing this, I never thought that I would have a comparison to Alex de Minaur. I never even thought about it, but whatever. I deny the allegations. I do not look like de Minaur. By the way, Monte Carlo draw, I think, comes out tomorrow. They're going to be live streaming it on YouTube, which is very good because they need to do that for every tournament, at least all of the Masters and the Slams. It just makes sense. Like, it just makes sense. It's what the fans want to see. They want to see who their favorites are going up against. So it would really help to hype up the tournaments. And, people always say a draw is rigged. Fucsovics, by the way, tries to do a Roger Federer and catch the ball in his racket and fails. So that happened. And we move on. And we move back in. Fucsovics, that's in the net. Left 15 for Monfils. He's going to do a push here. I did say Fucsovics would win 6 more straight games, but I was joking. Left 15 for Monfils. No, you look better? Well, I appreciate it, Manor. I told you a long time ago. Yeah, no, I know. You've been saying it a while. I'll watch MC because I know Stefanos will be playing. Well, he's got a good chance. That's probably his most successful big tournament. It is his most successful big tournament to this point. You could argue maybe Roland Garros because he got one set away from winning it, and that's a Grand Slam, but he's been successful there in other years. But that's been his most consistently successful big tournament. So I don't know. He could win it again. Don't know who I'd bet on there. Sinner, Runa, Alcaraz. Will be interesting. Djokovic, probably not, but forehand cross court, forehand drop shot, forehand Monfils, forehand Fucsovics goes behind Monfils. Oh, Monfils runs, pulls an Alcaraz, forehand swing volley put away. That was an incredible get from Monfils. Listen, Alcaraz is 20. Monfils just hit the Alcaraz shot that Alcaraz hit against Medvedev. It wasn't quite as impressive, I would say, but it was like just because Monfils looked like he let it go. Yeah, Monfils was closer to the ball than Alcaraz was in Indian Wells with the Medvedev shot. But wow, Monfils is nuts. That's the end of the statement. 15-all. I never doubt Monfils with anything. I've got nothing else to say. How do you even do that when you're almost 38 years old this year? He's one of the most unique players that we've ever seen hold a racket. Serve from Fucsovics. I got a lot of respect for Gael. Backhand of Monfils. Forehand of Fucsovics. That goes out. So 15-30. Monfils is 2 points away. 18 out of the top 20 playing MC. Who are the two that are not, Manor? If you say, I'll probably... Okay. Tiafoe. Yeah, Tiafoe never plays Monte Carlo because he's playing Houston or whatever. He never plays in Monte Carlo. He literally has never played Monte Carlo before, which is crazy that he's been around so long. He never has played that Masters. Yeah, sad for Paul, but I want to see Paul have a good run on grass courts. He made the final of the lead up right before Wimbledon last year. That's a bad error from Monfils at 15-30. He's got to cut down on the errors here. By the way, I appreciate everybody who's joined in so far. A lot of fun to always do these streams. I know it's just like a 250 match, and it's a round of 16 out of 250, but it's been a great match so far. I appreciate everybody who's joined in to watch, and Monfils is always a good watch. But Fucsovics is leading here. Forehand of Fucsovics cross court. Forehand of Monfils. Forehand of Fucsovics. Backhand of Monfils. That's big from Fucsovics. That forehand has been rocketing. That's what I was saying, though. Fucsovics needs to, have these big weapons that can really beat the weapons of Monfils. That's what he's been able to do. Game point here. He made Eastbourne, lost to Cerundolo. Yeah, the fact that Francisco Cerundolo won a grass title last year is so crazy. Like, that's just one of those things that has happened, but it's like, how did that happen? It's like Christian Garin a few years ago made the quarterfinals of Wimbledon when he was like outside the top 50, and it was just like, okay. Forehand, inside out. That's a great shot from Fucsovics. He's at 3-1. Scoreline, 1-6, 1-6, 6-1, 3-1 for Marton Fucsovics against Monfils. I mean, in some ways, the classic Monfils score, but oh my God. When I go to Wimbledon this year, I'm hoping to see Monfils on the outside course. Absolutely, Joe. Yeah, I would love to watch. I hope I get to see him at the U.S. Open this year. Who knows how long he's going to keep playing, so... Yeah, in 2022, aka the no points limit. Yeah, I know, but it was still just the fact that he did it. I mean, it's not like the players were trying less. Like, how does David Goffin and Christian Garin reach the quarterfinals of Wimbledon that year? Both things happened. It was like crazy. Also, Kyrgios, Nori made semifinals and final, which is crazy in itself. But I don't care. I mean, Goffin's a great player. Whatever. Nori is a great player. He likes grass. Kyrgios is Kyrgios. He's one of the most talented guys of the last 20 years if he actually cared and gave his all. What I don't understand is what I don't get is Christian Garin making the quarters when he wasn't even at his best. It's not like he was number 15 in the world or whatever at this point like he has been. He was like outside the top 50 and he just nobody even talked about it because there's so many other things going on. But that is like one of the strangest runs I've seen. 30. It was really windy at Eastbourne this last year. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Well, I just hope they don't take away any more grass tournaments. This year is going to be the last Newport. I'm currently planning out a trip to go to Newport, which is going to be a lot of fun. Let me know if anybody else is going to Newport because that's going to be a blast. Goffin made quarterfinals. Garin made fourth round. Did he make the fourth round? I think he made quarterfinals as well. I always thought he made quarterfinals. Goffin did make quarterfinals, but I'm pretty... Are you sure about that, Maynor? I had in my mind that both did. Monfils, by the way, here serving 15-30. First serve goes long. Yeah, no, Garin made the quarterfinals as well. Lost to Kyrgios in the quarters. Forehand, inside out, backhand of Garin. Forehand of Monfils. The forehand of Garin cross court. Forehand of Monfils. Backhand of Garin down the middle. Forehand of Monfils. Backhand. The forehand of Monfils. Hang that forehand on that ad side. Forehand of Monfils. It's a drop shot. That's good. Oh, Fucsovics can't get there. All right, fight. Fight, Gael. Fight. Fight on. He's at 30 all. He's not out of it yet. He's definitely got to pick up his level. 30 all. Picking it up with that forehands. Picking up with forehands. Yeah, Garin made that quarterfinals there. And I've always thought that was strange. Serve. A wide forehand. Oh, what the half volley. Backhand is a pass. That was a great return from Fucsovics. It was like a slice shot just over the net. 30-40. Is Nick K retired already? It just feels like he might as well be at this point. He's just not playing very much, is he? Serve out wide. Back in Fucsovics. Forehand to Monfils. Back in Fucsovics. Forehand to Monfils. Back in Fucsovics. Again, cross court. Back in Monfils down the line. Forehand to Fucsovics. Forehand to Monfils. Forehand to Fucsovics. That goes wide, so it's deuce. We're at deuce. I mean, like I said, whenever he's playing, love it. One of the top talents, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. He's doing all the other extracurricular stuff. I think it might be just about done. So he played one match last year against Yibing Wu. And Yibing Wu is back, which is great. He's also one of the most talented guys, in my opinion, that's around. I'm not saying Kyrgios levels, but he's fun to watch. That's a great serve from Monfils out wide. Better from Gael at advantage at 1-3. Lexi, I hope he will. That's fair. Maka Monfils, let's go. Let's go, Gael. Garin beats you in round of 16. Enough of this Demonor stuff, Joe. That is funny, though. I can't lie. That's funny. Demonor is good on grass, too. He played a close mat final in Queens against Alcaraz last year. So it's just a crazy run from Garin there. Backhand of Monfils, the forehand of Fucsovics. Back in Monfils, the forehand to Fucsovics, back cross court, forehand to Monfils. Oh, what a slide to get into great position. Back in Monfils. Outrageous point here. Back in Monfils, hits over it again. That goes wide, though. If he made that, then just forget it. But he missed it. Deuce, that might tire him out, though. I have a sneaky suspicion that may tire him out a little bit, because that was a very athletic, physical point. Yeah, he's kind of taking his time here. Breathing heavy. Breathing heavy is Gael. Breathing heavy. Quarterfinals. Yeah, quarterfinal run. Go Monfils. Let's go. 2 points and he's had the changeover and he's avoided the breadstick. I don't know if he's thinking about it, but he already got one in the last set. Forehand. Monfils' drop shots. So many drop shots. That's too good, though. Let's go, Gael. Add for Monfils. Serve. Monfils. Kick serve to the backhand of Fucsovics. Forehand to Monfils. Inside in. That's a big forehand. Speeds through the court. Monfils still wants something in this match. He's still got a fight in it. He's still got a heartbeat left in this match. 3-2. 3-2. Let's go. Let's go. Imagine losing from 2-0 up against Gael on grass. That is crazy, huh? Yeah, I'm looking over that draw too. But I just always thought that was crazy. Yeah, De Minaur was up 6-2, 7-5, then lost in a 5th set breaker. That was a really weird Wimbledon. I'm trying to there's sometimes there's just weird tournaments, you know? The Australian Open this year, I don't know how weird it was, but it was a crazy tournament. Like the first week of the Australian Open when Rybakina and Blinkova played that 22-20 breaker and Swiatek nearly lost to Collins, and Medvedev came back from 2 sets left down against Rusevori, and Zverev and Ruud both won 10-7 in the 5th set breakers, like 3 minutes apart. Like that was just one day of tennis. Maybe the craziest day of tennis I've ever seen in my life. And you had the most 5-set matches ever. It ended with a crazy match with Sinner versus Medvedev. You have a crazy tournament every now and again, which is always fun to see. Yeah, this year's Australian Open was nuts. Garin was meant to play Berrettini in round 1, but Berrettini withdrew. Yeah, it was the COVID tournament too. Everybody always talks about it being played in 2022 with no ranking points and the Belarusian players, unfortunately, I think not being allowed to play. And that was not the case last year. But yeah, that year there's no ranking points. None of those players were allowed to play. And also COVID. It took away Cilic, it took away Berrettini, it took away a few other players. So that was really crazy too. Gael. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he breaks here. He's been not in the best form in the second set or this set. Fucsovics has been playing fantastic, winning on the forehand to forehand, which has been really almost surprising to me. He's kept a consistent level off that just in general for the last couple of sets. He's been playing really well. Another drop shot. Wow, that's a redrop from Monfils, so love 15. Yeah, let's see what happens. It's a redrop, very short in the court from Monfils. Great feel. Slid into it real well. Serve from Fucsovics. Kick serve, the backhand of Monfils down the line. Forehand to Fucsovics. Goes behind Monfils. He gets there, though. It's a backhand deep. Forehand to Fucsovics. Cross court, the forehand of the Frenchman. Backhand of Monfils. The backhand of Fucsovics. Forehand to Monfils. The forehand to Fucsovics going forehand to forehand. Forehand down the line. Backhand of Fucsovics. The backhand of Gael. Backhand to Fucsovics again. The backhand of Monfils. Cross court, slice. Forehand to Monfils. That goes long. Goes long and it goes wide. Usually you want neither. 15-all. Wow, Monfils lost the second set. Yeah, he's only won 3 games in the last 9, or what is that? 3 games in the last 12 games. So he's lost 9 of the last 12 games. I hate doing math when I'm supposed to just be doing, this, which is fun. I love streaming, doing tennis commentary and stuff, but it's always annoying when you're doing something you enjoy and then you have to do math for like 5 seconds. It always ruins the mood. Serve from Fucsovics. Forehand to Monfils. Forehand to Fucsovics. Inside out to back into Monfils. Back cross court. Back in slice of Fucsovics. Forehand of Monfils. Back into Fucsovics. Forehand drop shot of Monfils. Fucsovics there. Forehand lob. That goes out. 30-15 for Martin. Bro, Schwartzman was a 12 seed at Wemby in 2022. That's wild. Yeah, well, they weren't doing, I think, grass seedings. So I think that was partly why. I mean, Schwartzman is an incredible player. So he should be ranked that high. It's just on grass courts, he wouldn't have anything to say. But on clay courts, he's, for a long time, he's one of the very best clay courts. He beat Rafa on clay in Rome one year, which I was very happy about because he had taken sets against him in the past before. Sad to see Schwartzman going the way he's gone, but he had a hell of a career. So hope he sticks around some more. Forehand of Fucsovics. Inside out, back into Monfils. The forehand of Fucsovics. The forehand of Monfils. Forehand of Fucsovics. Inside out, back into Monfils for a pass. Oh, what a shot. Oh, that's a forehand half volley into the net. That was a good attempt from Fucsovics, to be honest, but goes into the net. That pass from Monfils was very, very good. Want to see a replay of that. Good stuff from Gael there. Good stuff from Gael. Monfils with his hands on his knees. Backhand of Monfils. The forehand of Fucsovics. Hits over. That goes wide. Monfils with the break point. Joe, for thought-provoking questions, I wonder what dogs dream about and how would you describe the idea of a color? I can't even, I can't think about that right now, Mac. Wow, Mac's going deep with those questions. Let me think about this. Joe, you think about it for me. 30-40, break point for Monfils. Serve, down the tee, forehand to Monfils. Forehand Fucsovics, cross court, the forehand to Lamonth. Backhand of Monfils, the forehand to Fucsovics. Side out, backhand to Monfils, the forehand to Fucsovics. Backhand again, backhand to Fucsovics. That goes wide. No breadstick. There ain't no breadsticks. There's no one-sided sets here. Gael gets the 3-3. Let's go, Lamonth. Some life in this match yet. Fist bump up to the crowd. Love it. The crowd likes it too. Wow, very cool shot of the crowd here. Very full crowd in here to watch Gael. Remember Tim Van Rijthoven? Yeah. Yeah, Van Rijthoven is it's gone like Peng Shui. Yeah. Tim Van Rijthoven. Yeah, he was a legend for a little bit. He even took the first set off Djokovic at Wimbledon. I hope he comes back for grass courts because he's going to be a problem. If he's playing, he's a problem. I mean that. He's a grass specialist. His results on the other surfaces don't matter. It's if he's on grass courts, he's going to be a problem. I really think so. It's like Ramos Vinolas, or I don't know, probably not the best example. Who's another guy? And no one say Rafa. But I'm thinking of like clay specialists who aren't really a problem on the other surfaces. Like it's like those guys, like Medvedev on hard courts, for example. Like it doesn't matter how well if he's not doing the very best, although he's done better recent years on grass and clay. Last year, Wimbledon semi, Rome winner. But like Van Rijthoven, he's a problem on grass courts. Monfils, by the way, awarding the point to Fucsovics, kind of saying that it caught the line from Fucsovics. Very good sportsmanship, like always, from Gael. So 15-all. Told you it's going to be 7-6. You called it. He'll be back for grass manure. Yeah, I hope so. Forehand volley. That's a good volley from Monfils, so 30-15. Hallis played really well at Wimbledon last year. He's got a big serve. Could be somebody to watch. So many French guys nowadays. So many French guys nowadays. Tim van Rijthoven is my Roman Empire. Him and Wu. I love it. That's such a funny meme, my Roman Empire. Yeah, I hope Yibing Wu comes back well. And he could be good on grass too. But Van Rijthoven, he's one of those guys that really picks up. Like Feliciano Lopez is another one. Max Purcell. Like those guys play well on grass courts. There are a few other ones too I can't think of, but Purcell definitely with a serve and volley. Anybody who serves and volleys. Maxime Cressy. Alexander Bublik likes grass. Nick Kyrgios, obviously. That's a great drop shot from Fucsovics. 30-all. This is a big moment in this tennis match. This is Monfils. Yeah, he's fighting. He's fighting well. Huesler also gone. Yeah, Huesler, I haven't even heard his name in a long time. Maybe Oscar Otte. Yeah, he always picks it up at Wimbledon. I think it was like a couple years ago. He had lost like 5 games in his first 3 matches. It was crazy. That goes out from Fucsovics, 40-30 for Monfils. So good comeback here from Monfils in the set. Fought well in that 3-1 game in particular. Serve the forehand of Fucsovics. That goes out. 4-3 for Monfils. Picks it right back up. Love it. Name me a player more ripped than Fucsovics. I'll wait. I can't. Yeah, I mean, like Alcaraz, like comes to mind as somebody who's just like a very muscular kind of player, but he's not. Yeah, Fucsovics is on another level. Absolutely. That's what he's known for, really, above anything. I mean, he's not like a top 25 player. That's what people know him as, which is hilarious. Oscar Otte was Wimbybot for a while. Yeah, there are a few players like that, which is pretty interesting. You think of clay specialists, you don't really think of grass specialists very much, but which I guess kind of makes sense, especially since hard courts and grass courts can kind of play similar sometimes. But now that they're so slow, not really. I don't know. It's he's one of the few rare grass specialists, I think. But let's have more. I just love everything about grass courts and players that really enjoy playing on them. Him and Martyr. Yeah, that's another guy. I haven't heard that name in a while. So this guy is a Chad. Likes asking the important questions. I guess he is. I guess he is a Chad. As the kids would say, he's a Chad. Absolutely. I prefer lanky built guys. Yeah, that's fair. Although my last was a Chad too. Nice, Lexi. Huesler won Sofia 2022, beating Runa, and he beat Sinner at Paris. And then maybe try to say Rome. I don't know what Gone is, but yeah, Huesler. What's funny about Huesler is right after Federer retired at Laver Cup, Huesler won his first ATP title. Huesler is Swiss. He won his first ATP title that next week, right after Federer retired at Laver Cup. And it was like the first time that a Swiss player had won a title in like since Federer, I think, in Basel. So that was a funny moment. Wawrinka hasn't won a title since like 2017, which I think is just so strange. He's been in like 6 finals or something. Forehand to the backhand of Monfils down the line. Forehand of Fucsovics chipped. Backhand of, what was that? I think it's called out. Fucsovics is looking at the line. Monfils is challenging the call here. Monfils challenging the call. They do have electronic line calling, so let's see what it says. Oh, very close. It is out though. That was impossible to tell unless you saw the challenge of it. Literally, it was like a 1 millimeter. 15 love. 1 millimeter. Yes, go, go, go. I just saw Nadal withdrew from MC. That's sad. Yeah, I think a lot of people were expecting it, but that is sad. Forehand, cross court, forehand. Fuchsovic's down the line. It's a big forehand. It's a big forehand from Fucsovics. 30 love. We're getting to the nitty-gritty type moments. It really could be a 7-6 set. This has gotten fun. Monfils trying to start his clay season off strong. Fucsovics trying to play the spoiler. Who knows how many more French Opens Monfils is going to play. He wants to play a good one this year, especially the Paris Olympics too. I hope Monfils plays a long time still. And it would be great to see him play next year, but I'm just saying. I think he's looking to start off his clay season strong. So let's see. Backhand. Cross court, backhand Futre. That's in the net. 30-15. Serve down T, forehand of Monfils. Forehand of Fucsovics down the line. Backhand of Monfils. The backhand drop shot of Fucsovics sliced. Forehand of Monfils. Oh, it's a great shot. Monfils finds the space. He's won 2 points now in this game. 30 all. 30 all. Fucsovics just couldn't do anything with the volley there. Monfils too solid. This is where Monfils' mental side might just be a little too strong sometimes when he really gives his all into it. The inconsistency, like what I noticed in their matches, is actually a little bit similar, but but in terms of like mental strength, playing the big points well, I think Monfils has the edge there. But let's see how it ends off. Monfils currently leads that TED 3-0. They've played 3 of their 4 matches have been very close, though, including this one. First serve, inside in. That's a big forehand. We're at 4-4. We're at 4-4. Skinny guys have more stamina. That's true. Like little belly on men. All right. Joe, which singer do you prefer? Phil Collins, Billy Joel, or Elton John? Phil Collins is the GOAT. I was confident he will withdraw, but still be pressing. Yeah, it is. It is. Come to think about it, we've talked about everything, but rarely about the build of the players. Yeah, because tennis isn't usually like that. Like sometimes they're very unassuming who it is. Like it's not as obvious as like UFC or like tall like basketball. Like often it's very unassuming who the best tennis players are. But yeah, it's true. It's different in tennis than to most sports. Carlos has gotten muscular in the last 2 years. Yep, true. I'd be surprised if he plays these tournaments for RG. 1 RG and he's out. I don't know. I hope not, but I'm sure the Olympics would be a big priority too. Let's see. That goes out for Monfils. 15 all. 15 all. You're at 4-4. Serve from Gael here. Serve down the tee, backhand slice of Fucsovics, the forehand of Monfils. That goes wide again. Too many errors creeping in. That forehand from Monfils just hasn't quite been. It was really good in the first set, but I kind of feel like Fucsovics has had the leg up in terms of forehands. Too many errors from Gael. 15-30. It's another big moment here, right at the end. It's a big serve out wide. It's good. It's good. Because I don't know if I'll ever be able to see him play ever again. Yeah, I know, exactly. I also worry that Brisbane was the last time we saw him. It kind of reminds me of Roger playing 2021, and then everybody was waiting for him to come back, and then he was like, no, it's done. And in hindsight, it was like almost obvious, like, oh yeah, it makes sense. He was already like 41. He was trying to do another comeback. But we didn't know. We didn't know we had seen the last one when we did. I hope it's not the same thing with Rafa and Brisbane. I hope we see. I've got at least one more tournament. At least one more tournament. Forehand volley, put away, swinging volley, 40-30, right into that corner. Max, did you see the Alki commercial for LV? Makes you thirsty. The chat is on something else. We're talking about everything but tennis. Tiny Dancer's a classic. Yeah. Serve. That's a good serve from Monfils, though. 5-4. 5-4. Great serving from Monfils. Get out of trouble. 15-30. Great serve out wide on that ad side. And then another good serve down the tee. Very aggressive. And Monfils might need to do that towards the end of this match. First of all, because Fucsovics has been playing very aggressive and stepping in with the forehand. But also because, his physicality and being able to be physically there at the end of the match. So you might want to be more aggressive like he did in that game. But he's one game away from winning. That's going to be on Fucsovics' serve, but probably wants to play Madrid because it's in Spain. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think he missed it last year, no? Or yeah, he missed everything last year. So yeah, I think he'd like to play in Madrid as well. Barcelona too. Barcelona is not a 1,000, but it's also one of the biggest tournaments. Barcelona is huge. And I know Rafa treats Barcelona and Madrid and all this stuff as super big for him too. Sometimes we think of the tournaments in terms of 250, 500, 1,000 and slams, and I'm all for that too, but it's also hometown tournaments, what you grew up with, all of this, those are things that matter to people, and some of these tournaments are bigger to some people than to others. Go Monfils, go. There you go, Will. It's one game away. Let's see if Fucsovics can wear him off. Pharrell Williams, the artistic director for the LV collection. Carlos War, who's close. Pharrell's a legend. I respect all those guys that do different mediums of art, whether it's producing music or making music and singing, or whether it's clothes or whatever. Shout out to those guys. Everybody who does different things, Donald Glover comes to mind. There's a few different guys, Bo Burnham. He made some of my favorite comedy specials. Not Inside was good, but What back in the day was one of my favorite things on YouTube. And then he directed a great movie, Eighth Grade. I haven't really listened or watched anything of him very recently, but I always respect the guys who do a lot of different things, because that's hard to do. Yeah, Pharrell is one of those guys. Here, last game, and Fucsovics versus Monfils. Monfils at love 15 as Fucsovics hits the forehand wide. This is when Fucsovics can struggle in the big pressure moments. This is when Fucsovics can struggle. It's just what it is. Let's see. Monfils, I think, is going to try to be playing aggressive here. Get some errors, maybe forced errors out of Fucsovics. Let's see. That's a double fault. What did I say? He gets nervy. He gets nervous. By the way, we got over 112 people watching. I appreciate all y'all joining in. Like always, QualityShot Tennis. Watch Pharrell's latest collection, the one with the heavy trunks. Gosh, I felt like I was watching a cowboy movie. Nice. I would like Nadal to play Laver Cup. That'd be cool. Nadal and Alcaraz on the same team. That would be crazy. Similar to the Federer-Nadal match at Laver Cup. Never know. Them at Olympics would be great too. Forehand jumping. That one goes in. Earlier, Fucsovics tried to pull off a Gael Monfils, and he failed. Earlier, Fucsovics tried to do a jumping forehand, and he failed. There, he got it. So, congrats to him. But he is 2 points away from losing. Monfils at 15-30. Go Monfils. Fucsovics is at the line to serve. Serve into the net. Second serve. Serve. Oh, that's a double fault. The second one in this game. 15-40 from Monfils. He's fought well. It kind of almost looked like he was out of the match. Not quite, but You never count out Monfils from a set or a match. That's what I said earlier. He was down 3-1, and now he's at 5-4. I said Monfils 6-4, so I got the prediction in the third set. 2 set points. Serve from Fucsovics. Monfils on the return. Serve. The backhand of Monfils. Forehand to Fucsovics. Cross court. Forehand to Monfils. That's in the net. 1 save from Fucsovics. Let's see what Fucsovics does on the next one. Highly doubt we'll see Nadal before RG or Olympics. I could see maybe in Rome, but Roma's maybe in Rome. But yeah, let's see. I hope at least he plays those 2 tournaments. Some smart Alex said Monfils 6-4. Yeah. Some smart Alex. Okay. Forehand. Forehand to Monfils. Forehand to Fucsovics. Back to Monfils. Lob. Defensive. Might be laying again. It's going out. Fucsovics saved 2 match points. Getting straight up deja vu. I'm getting straight up deja vu. This is exactly what happened in Stockholm. Stockholm, third set. Monfils versus Fucsovics in October. Monfils was up 5-4, 15-40, and Fucsovics saved 2 match points. And then Monfils won 7-5 in the third. Could be like exactly, could like be the exact same thing. That was a very good match in Stockholm. It's been a great match here. I had a good feeling about it. They've already played 2 3-setters. Monfils is always fun to watch on clay. Fucsovics is fun to watch too, not gonna lie. Forehand, the backhand of Monfils for a lob. Smash. Monfils is there, hits a forehand somehow. Oh, that goes wide. How well did Monfils do to even get in the middle of his string? See, like half a second, he was almost going to hit a backhand, then he switches over to a forehand. The fact that he didn't completely flop and fail there was an achievement in itself because he was going for almost a crazy shot there. Advantage to Monfils. Advantage to Monfils. Advantage to Monfils. Match point is third. Serve, kick serve, backhand of Gael. Way behind the baseline. Forehand of Fucsovics. The backhand of Monfils. Forehand of Fucsovics. Again, inside out. Backhand of Monfils just rallying. Forehand of Fucsovics. Again, going inside out. Will he go down the line? No. Again, inside out. Backhand of Monfils. Just going right back to that forehand. Now he goes down the line. Forehand to the backhand of Monfils. Backhand again to the backhand. We're going backhand to backhand. Forehand of Monfils. Down the middle. Forehand of Fucsovics. Longest rally of the match coming on match point. Forehand big. That's too big. What a strike from Martin Fucsovics. He's played a great match so far. Great match so far from Fucsovics. Wow. This is fantastic level right now from him. Good stuff. Gotta apologize. I'd be like, I was not familiar with your game. I was not familiar with your game. Because I kept saying he doesn't play the pressure points well. He just saved 2 match points. 3 match points. That was strong. Like 20, I don't know how many shots that was. Must have been 25 shots or something. Serve. That goes wide. Sorry, I was not familiar with your game. Backhand to Monfils. Forehand to Fucsovics. Backhand to Monfils. That goes back into the ground. So it's a game point here for Fucsovics. Wow, on match point. Yeah, geez. It's getting tense now, Maynor. You said 7-6, though. You called it. So I'm sure you also predicted the fact that he would be saving match points here as well. Had it all. You knew all of it all along. Serve from Fucsovics. Forehand to Fucsovics. The backhand of Monfils. Down the line. Forehand to Fucsovics. The backhand of Monfils. Backhand slice of Fucsovics. Forehand of Monfils. Forehand to Fucsovics. Forehand slice of Monfils. Backhand Fucsovics sliced. Goes long. Back to deuce we go. Monfils wasted a few match points, lol. Yeah, that's true, but even just that point in itself was very, very good from Fucsovics, so I gotta applaud. Yeah, we got crazy scenes. I like it. I like it. I like calling the big matches. It's going epic. It's been epic. Serve from Fucsovics. Kick serve the backhand of Gael. Forehand of Fucsovics again. Backhand of Gael. Backhand of Fucsovics. Backhand of Gael again. I'm going cross court. Forehand. Inside out. Backhand. Again, cross court. That goes out. So advantage to Fucsovics. I think Laver Cup was the perfect place for Roger to retire. Great farewell. If he would retire on like Wimbledon, the farewell wouldn't be that big and without the other players. Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to say, right? I wish the last singles match he played wasn't the one that he had, but in terms of a farewell, it was almost like perfect. Even though it was almost forced, it kind of ended up perfect in its own way. So that's what I would say. It was very emotional. Forehand down the line. Forehand, Monfils. I guess it's somehow exquisite squash shot. Oh, pass just into the net. Fucsovics escapes. There you go. Let's go, Fucsovics. She's at 5-5. He's at 5-5. Obviously, I predicted that. Nice. Manor predict 7-6 Monfils or 7-6 Fucsovics. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm going Monfils. I still think Monfils will win this. 5-5. Also predict that we'll marry on 2029. All right. Well, I think a lot is going to have to happen, but serve from Monfils here at 5-5. Serve. That goes long. So, love 15. Anything about squash? Have you ever ate squash with pasta? I don't think so. That sounds kind of good, though. I was just having pasta yesterday, pesto from Olive Garden. Really good. I said Le Mans 6-4, classic Anthony. Okay, well, you know. I don't know everything up here. I'm just predicting like all of y'all. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I make my predictions and see what happens. I don't know. Love 30 for Fucsovics. This match has been lit like roller coaster. It feels like we're at Six Flags. Six Flags type match. Big roller coaster. 6-1 for Monfils, 6-1 for Fucsovics, and the third set has been up and down. It's been up and down. First, it was Fucsovics with a break, then it was Monfils with a couple match points, and now Fucsovics now at love 30. Forehand wide to the forehand of Monfils, backhand down the line. That goes out. Monfils blinking at the end here. It's looking like Fucsovics looking to try to save 3 match points and get the victory. Monfils isn't out of this yet, though. But momentum with Fucsovics, for sure. I said Olive Garden. What's wrong with Olive Garden? Listen, if they've got unlimited soups and salads, dude, there's nothing wrong with Olive Garden. Backhand, forehand of Fucsovics, forehand of Monfils. That goes out, 6-5. 6-5, Fucsovics a game away. Yeah, if you've ever joined for my streams before, we focus on the tennis, but I can talk about another thing or two. 6-5 from Fucsovics. He's a game away here. Clay season starting up. Estoril, Houston, Charleston. All these tournaments are the very start of the kind of clay season, of a bit of an appetizer before we got Monte Carlo, then we get Madrid, then we get Rome, then we got Roland Garros, then we have the Olympics, elongated this year, the clay season. Obviously, before that, you have Wimbledon, so it makes it really strange. But, yeah, we're going to have 2 tournaments in a span of like a month, I think. We're going to have 2 big tournaments at Roland Garros, and we're going to have a tournament at Wimbledon. So 2024 is going to be for the books. Also, Rafa, potentially his last season. Novak, who knows like exactly what's going to go on with him, how many more years he's going to be at world number 1, for example. And then you have Alcaraz and Sinner really marking their territory and trying to push for a new era in the sport. So there's a lot, and Medvedev also. Just shout out to Medvedev because he's a top tier player as well. So it's a great year, and it's going to be fun to see. And there's so many like Dimitrov and Ruud and Fritz and Tsitsipas. There's so many things shifting around. Runa. There's a lot of things to be excited about. So Also, Murray could be his last season as well. Wawrinka, Monfils, who knows? Cilic. Who knows how much longer some of these players go? So, Gasquet. I kind of think Gasquet might stick around. I don't know why. I have a sneaky feeling like Gasquet is going to play for another, like, 5 years. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. If he does play the Olympics, that could be a good way to go out, though, in France. Oh, no, Monfils, can do this. Come on. Who is Olive and why she got a garden? Don't know. You're asking the big questions. You can do this. Come on. Let's see. Monfils is 1 game away here. 6-5. Love 15 for Monfils. Can Fucsovics pull this out? He was already up a break earlier in the set. Twists and turns this match, exactly. It's nuts. It's nuts, Max. Murray said he's retiring this summer. Yeah, Maynor. Yeah. So Murray is a big one, too. Forehand to the back end of Monfils. Back into Fucsovics. The back end of Monfils. Down the line. Forehand to Fucsovics. Big to the forehand of Monfils. Forehand cross court. Forehand of Monfils. Down the line. Back into Fucsovics. The back end of Monfils. Cross court. A bit short, though. Fucsovics attacking. Back end slice. Again, just landing up for the kill for Fucsovics. Forehand swing volley put away. 15-all. Monfils wasted 3 match points. Yeah, it wasn't great, Salim. Definitely wasn't great. A few errors. 15-all. Fucsovics 3 points away from ending it. Monfils, hands on his knees. Definitely feeling it. He's definitely feeling it. Let's go, Gael. We were saying 7-6. We've been saying 7-6 for a while. Let's see if there's one more push or if Fucsovics takes it. One more twist. Serve. The forehand of Gael goes cross court. Forehand. Down the line. It's in the net, though. 30-15. Fucsovics is like moving very well on the court, I feel like. He's a good mover. And he's been sliding real well. Both these guys slide real well. Go Monfils. Maynor, didn't he say most likely? Yeah, I think he said most likely retiring in the summer, but he's been talking about it a lot. So I don't think it's definite, but seems likely. He said he's already looking forward to it. I think after his tournament against Mahach. Back and down the line is killer. 30-all. First 2 sets were 59 minutes in total. How long has this third set been? I think this third set might be longer than, I genuinely think it might be longer than the first 2 sets combined. Yeah, it literally is. This third set has been longer. It's not even done yet, but it's already been longer than the first 2 sets combined. Or no, wait, I can't do math. Whatever. It's 7 minutes from it or something, I think. Right? No, it is. Yeah, it's already longer. Yeah, it's already longer. It's already longer. There you go. Started thinking about something else. Yeah, because first set was 59 minutes. This third set has already been like an hour and 2 minutes. So this one's already been longer than the first 2 combined, which is crazy. All right, match point for Fucsovics to put this away. A roller coaster match. To save 3 match points. Backhand to the backhand of Monfils. Forehand of Fucsovics, the forehand of Gael. Cross court, forehand of Fucsovics, the forehand of Gael. Down the line, backhand Fucsovics. Forehand of Gael. It's right inside the baseline. It goes out. Gael saves it. Let's go. Let's go. One of these guys is going to leave the court having saved match points. One of these guys is going to leave the courts having wasted match points. 2 hours and 3 minutes. First 2 sets very one-sided. We're in the deep in the third. You said 6-4. It's 95% happen. Yeah, I guess. I'll take what I can get, I guess. Come on, Monfils. Yep, let's go. Let's go. Serve here from Fucsovics. Out wide forehand of Gael. Forehand drop shot. Oh, it's a great drop shot. It's just too good for Fucsovics. Yeah, I'll be honest. He's played a fantastic match. He's played a really good match, Fucsovics. Even saving match points. First 2 match points, Gael really wasted, and he probably could have been more aggressive, definitely on the third one as well. But I'll be honest. Fucsovics saving match points, especially that third one, and the level he's shown in the second and third sets, has been very good. Serve down the tee, 4 and a Gael. 4 and Fucsovics, down the line, 4 and a Gael. 4 and Fucsovics, back in cross court. Back and slice Fucsovics. Gael's still in this. 4 and cross court, just cross the net. 4 and again, big. Cross court, 4 and Fucsovics. The 4-handed Gael is kind of a chip forehand. Back in. That goes out. Fucsovics has saved 3 match points at taking out Gael Monfils and Estoril. It's going to be Fucsovics taking on Rude in the quarterfinals. He beats Monfils for the first time in his career. Sad for Gael to waste chances like that to start off his clay swing. He won the first set 6-1, and then, 3 match points come and went. Sad for Gael. It's a match he probably should have won. Fucsovics played really well, though. And Fucsovics, he fought well. He played well. He deserved that match. Took his first win against Gael. Similar circumstances to Stockholm in October, where Gael went on to win the title, but Fucsovics saved a few match points at 5-4 in the third set, but Gael won the match anyway. Here, same circumstance, deep in the third set, but Fucsovics pulled it out. Good win for Fucsovics. All right, I appreciate everybody joining in. Don't forget to subscribe, Quality Shot Tennis. If you are new, please don't forget to like the stream as well. GG, thanks for great commentary. I appreciate it, Joe. Appreciate Wamaka as well. Appreciate Menor, Joe, Big Jonkla, Powell, Max, Lexi, everybody who joined in. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for joining in. And what a win for Fucsovics. Thank you, Max. Thanks, Powell. I appreciate you guys. Thanks like always. Thank you for your commentary. I appreciate it. 166175 for Fucsovics. No, I can't write 2220. No, there's not. Thank goodness. There's not going to be a tiebreaker. We can't do 7068, 2220 jokes. It's done. All right. 7-5 for Fucsovics. He wins in 3 sets. I appreciate everybody joining in. And Fucsovics is through to the Estoril quarterfinals. And I will see you guys at the next one.